Hello and welcome everyone. I am Naveen Gupta, Program Manager in Exchange Online Admin Team. Today we are going to talk about what's new in Exchange Online IT admin experiences.
Thank you, Naveen. Hi, everyone. My name is Rahul Gupta. I'm a Principal Program Manager in the Exchange IT Admin Experiences team. Today, we are going to talk about what's new in the modern Exchange IT Admin Experiences. Last Ignite, when we came in front of you guys, we talked about the preview of V2 commandlets, as well as we gave a sneak preview of what was upcoming in the Exchange Admin Center. From that time onwards, 9 months have gone past and we have made a lot of progress in both the areas. So today we are going to cover in terms of what's happening in Exchange Admin Center. We will give a preview about, we will give information about the new features, we'll give the live demos, and also give an option of how you can opt into the new experiences along with the roadmap. Along the same lines, we will also cover up about the PowerShell commandlets. We know that a lot of our Exchange admins are interested in knowing how we are making it more secure, how we are making sure that things are working seamlessly in that from performance and other perspective. So this is the overall agenda which we will be covering today in the session. So let's dig in further in terms of what's happening. Exchange Admin Center, or the EAC, is one of the most used and loved portal with a monthly usage of almost like 2 million plus users. Last year, when we came to Ignite on this forum, we presented the plans for modernizing the Exchange Admin Center along with our investment principles. From that time onwards, we have made significant progress. The modern EAC has been built in coherence with M365 admin centers and other admin portals. We have achieved parity in most of the mailbox experiences which our admins are looking forward to, but that is not it. We have added a lot of new value-added features for our customers to and also made this portal much more performant. It is much performant than our existing portal. In the last year, when we came, we talked about how you can start playing with the admin center. So today you can go to admin.exchange.microsoft.com. That's one way of using the experience and coming to the modern EAC. And also there is a try it now banner on the classic portal through which you can click and come to the modern EAC. From July 2020 onwards, we had made sure this try it now banner is now available on worldwide to each and every customer. So you will be able to see that in your current Exchange Admin Center. And that is where we are calling ourselves as a public preview because it's available to 100% customers. And from that time onwards, now we have almost 100,000 plus monthly active users who have been using this on monthly basis and giving us continuous feedback. So that has been a great journey, and we want to thank you for your active participation, which is helping us to really make this whole Exchange Admin Center more valuable for you guys. Now let's look into EAC at a glance. Modern Exchange Admin Center now has all the functionalities which is required for Exchange admins to do their day-to-day work. Starting from recipient, where you have mailboxes, you have groups, contacts, DLs, resources, mail flows, migration, permission. All those experiences have been made into as part of the modern experiences. We have also simplified and modernized this experience where you can work on the mailbox within the same context. In the migration experiences, last time we talked about automation of G Suite migration, which was added. This year we have added cross-tenant migration. This is the place where you are working on merger and acquisition scenarios. When you're doing a merger and acquisition, for example, Microsoft acquired LinkedIn, you wanted to migrate the mailboxes of LinkedIn into the Microsoft account. So this kind of experience of merger and acquisition is now being done across by using the Exchange Admin portal. And we'll give you a demo around that. But also I will urge there is a session on merger and acquisition, which walks you through the whole experience end to end. We'll please go through it as well. The other important point to note is the modern EAC is much faster than the classic portal. We have modified the admin APIs for recipient commandlets, which has helped us to make it much faster than the current portal. You should try the new portal and share your feedback. I'm very sure you will find it much faster. We do find it, absolutely. So these were the one of the parts of how the everyday efficiencies of our admins can be made better. But beyond that, we have also added a lot of new value additions for our customers. Now, let me just talk about that. So in the current classic EAC, users will always see a static page with links. However, in the modern EAC, we are providing the users an experience to create a dashboard, which is personalized as per their org need and style. Similar to what you can see on a phone, where you have a phone which is coming and then you choose your apps and you use the apps which you like and you keep, and that way you become more productive and you really enjoy that experience. That similar experience is what we are bringing in for you. Beyond the personalized dashboard, we are also providing you recommendations, which will help you to really have a targeted experience coming for you. Looking into the data, we will give you guidance and the best practices through which the admin experience will become much better. Beyond that, we are also adding the support for from Microsoft, where you can where within the product you can get the help from Microsoft while doing a search, while trying to solve a problem, and if you're not able to resolve it, you can go to Microsoft support by filing a ticket as well. All those things in the context of the product. The last thing which is very important in current time is to make sure these experiences which we are building, the modern Exchange Admin Center, work seamlessly on mobile. We are working today to make this experience much better for you, where all the modern experiences are available through mobile browser.
Quite excited to see this, Rahul. This is going to help our admins achieve a lot of efficiency in everyday operations and day-to-day management, as they can do a lot of things on a single portal. And the best thing is it's also supported on mobile device. I'm excited to see how can I try this out.
Thank you, Naveen, for this question. So let me start with how our customers can opt into the modern EAC from the classic one. So if you see the screen, I'm just showing you the Exchange Admin Center, where you can see a try the new Exchange Admin toggle on the right hand corner. The moment you start switching it on, if you turn it on, you will see the modern experiences coming in the same window with more features, and it is much performant as well. So let me do one thing. I will give you a demo of not only the opting in experience, but also talk you through the mailbox management, groups, and migration experience end to end. So let's get into the demo part of it. The screen which you see here is the classic Exchange Admin Center. You can see a blue color banner on top, which is where you can go and try the modern new Exchange Admin Center. If you click on try it now, it will open in a new tab for you. But the other thing where you can opt in into the new Exchange Admin Center is the left side. We have a toggle button. The moment I click on the toggle button, in the same context in the browser tab, you will see the modern experience coming immediately. And that was pretty fast. You can see it coming with a total new dashboard. We'll talk about that in some time. But what you can, other thing is, if you want to go back to the existing or the old portal, you can definitely click and toggle this off and go back. Well, now let's talk about the whole recipient experience or the mailbox experience. You can see the usual mailbox, groups, resources, and contacts experience on the left now. The moment I click on the mailboxes, you will see all the mailbox experience, all the mailboxes being made visible to you immediately, way faster than what you see on the classic portal. If I click on the mailbox, you can see all the properties on the right being shown to you, which you can go and edit and update. So let's make some small changes. For example, if I want to manage the litigation hold, I want to switch it off and save, and you can see it's been done. So way faster than what you have been seeing so far in the earlier portal. The one new feature which we have added here is the recoverable deleted item. Now, for some reasons, if you have deleted the item from your mailbox and you're not able to recover it, you can reach out to your admin and he can help you to recover it. For example, if I click on the mailbox, you can see the items which were deleted and not recovered. Now, what an admin can do is he can go select the items and recover it for you from the Exchange Admin Center. And it is done. All items have been recovered. So they will now be available in the Outlook folders of the user immediately. So this is a pretty cool feature. It used to be happening only through PowerShell commandlets earlier. Now we have the whole UI and experiences available for the Exchange admins to do. Beyond that, you see groups experience. This has been a top ask from many of you guys that, hey, we want the group experience to be made enabled, and we have made it done. We have added it. You can see the groups experiences where you can have an add button, which will open a wizard based experience for you, where you can have the groups, DLs, and other things getting created. And it is a very simple wizard, click, and you will be able to create the experience simply. Once you are able to do that, you can go create groups, you can edit, update, delete. All those experiences are available in the same context. After this, you have the resources experiences where you can add a resource, you can add a room or equipment and create the whole experiences in a very simple wizard wizard for you, and it can be edited in the context as well. Similar to that, you have contacts where you can create mail users and mail contact as well. The whole mail flow experience has been created for remote domain, accepted domain, connectors, message trace, and you have alert experiences being brought in as well. Now, let me touch base on something called as migration. Last time when I showed it to you at Ignite, we talked about the G Suite migration, and that you can see it here, which is working end to end. But I'm going to talk today about T2T migration. So I'm going to do a T2T migration for a batch. I'm going to create a T2T migration or tenant to tenant or cross tenant migration. Here, if you see, there are multiple options which are made available for you, starting with cross tenant migration, Exchange migration with various different types, and G Suite migration. So you can pick and choose whatever migration is the right thing for you. When you press next, you will see a set of prerequisites which are being made available. These are very important for you to complete the tenant to tenant or cross tenant migration. Here you have a source and tenant migration where there has to be a relationship being maintained through Azure AD. And once those experiences have been done, you are going to run a script which is available in this prerequisite page. And once you complete that, it will go and create an endpoint. There is a detailed session on this which you can go and attend. But now, in the interest of time for this demo, I have gone ahead and create a migration endpoint. So if you see, I have created an endpoint. And now, once I'm using that endpoint, and I can import the mailboxes which I wanted to migrate from the source to my target. And I have those CSVs been included, and I can see where exactly, and then I can put the target delivery domain. I'm going to put that, and I can go and I can complete the wizard experience. And here I can even search when, even plan that I want to start the migration immediately or later. And here you can see the batch creation successful. Once you are done, you will see the information being available here. Usually the tenant to tenant migration, if you see, it will take its time to complete the migration. And once the mailbox has been migrated, the information will be available in the mailbox screen, and all the properties for the mailbox will be available for Exchange admin to take care. So moving on, we have just talked about after all the recipient experience, we have added a lot of new value-added features for our customers. And one of it is a personalized dashboard. In a current experience of Exchange Admin Center, you see a list of static links where admins are clicking and doing the work. But as the world is changing, people want their own personalized experience. So what we are giving is admins a focused slate of a minimalistic dashboard, which is more like a starting point, where you will have a set of experiences like education video, documentation experiences which are there, which is a minimalistic dashboard we provide. And on top of it, you can go and add cards, which are like reports from Mailflow. And then on top of it, there will be recommendations being provided. Combining all those things is creating your own personalized dashboard like you have it on a mobile screen. So let me do one thing. Let me show this whole experience together so that you can get a hang of the whole thing. So let's get into action. So on the home page here, you can see a bunch of things like cards, which is recommendations. You can see the training guide. You can see some cards which are more like reports. So here I can drag and drop. If I don't like it, I can remove. If I want to add something, you have your own personal add card experience from where you can drag and drop things as well. Now, what happens is this will give you your own personalized experience. We have also provided a training and guide experience for all admins where you can go and click on this link to understand how to use or what's new in the Exchange Admin Center along with the documentation. So this is recommendations. You have training guides, you have reports, everything in one go, which is your personalized experience.
Hey, this sounds very exciting, Rahul. I can customize my own dashboard. And I love this different kinds of reports which I can add here. By the way, what is this non-delivery report about?
Good question. So if you are in the context of the product and you want to learn something about it, you also have something called as need help. Now, the moment I click on it, you can see a support assistant coming. So what I'll do is I will search for something called as non-delivery report. And you will see a bunch of things coming for you, the experiences. And if you see this report, you are seeing something. First of all, what is a non-delivery report and what are these left side legend means? So if you want to get a little bit more into details, you can click on this, and which is 550.5.1.x, and you will have more information. If you see this is solving the issue, well and good. If you don't, you can continue further that, hey, you know what, I want more details. And you will see more information is being flown to you within the same context of the product. And you can still go further, read through the articles which have been provided to see if that is resolving the issue. If it is, well, good. If it is not, then you can further click it saying that, no, I want more information. If I'm not able to help you out, then we will ask you to contact us support, and that too sitting here. So if I click on it, you can view the service request, or you can create a new one. And you can go and file all the information sitting here. And once you create it, you will have the service request available for you in the same context. So this way, within the product itself, you are going to see everything right from search to filing a service request with Microsoft support. Now, the other thing which is very important for people is, okay, I see your reports, but can I drill down further? And yes, we have provided you the information of view reports where you can further investigate into the details, where not only we have a graphical detailed report, but also a tabular way of viewing that report together. Now, I see only the 7-day data, but I want to increase further. So I can go and increase to say 30 or 90 days. And you can see the trends changing on the fly. And if I want to change the pivots, I can go and change my pivots, and you will see the things changing altogether. So this is a very beautiful experience which have been built. Beyond that, you have a lot of data, but I cannot mine the data immediately on the table here. And what I can do is I can export it, and you will see a CSV getting created for you with all the data together at one place. So the whole experiences is built on here, where you can pick and choose your reports in your personalized dashboard, drill to the details, download, play around with that. So that's one way of personalization. The other way of personalization is, now we have a lot of data. So what Microsoft is doing is it is mining the data and giving you some meaningful insights. And that is what you can see is recommendations. So for example, there is yesterday one or more mail flow rules took longer to run. Now, if you want to do details, you can click on it and you will see the information being shown to you right up front. Now there you can either resolve the insight or you can close it altogether so that it is not coming in front of you, but you can take actions on top of it. Now, similarly, we show only one insight, but you want to see all your insights, then click on it. And in the insights page, you can see the whole experiences available, where not only the first recommendation, but more recommendations are shown to you, where some of the important ones are new users are forwarding emails to outside or to external domains. Now, that could be a worrying factor for an Exchange admin. So I think better, let's get, I think in this way, we are going to empower our Exchange IT admin to take the right action for its organization and make it safe. So with that, we have talked about the new value addition, but one more very important thing in today's time is, which is very much important nowadays, is I want to work anytime, anywhere with any device. Now, so far, the Exchange Admin Center was only working on mobile or desktop, but we are currently working to enable it on mobile as well. So this is a work in progress experience which you see, where you can see a mailbox experience or migration experience, screenshots being shown in this. But I want to show that live in action, that the things are in progress as we speak. So this is a sneak peek into the mobile experience which we have built for our Exchange IT admin. So with this, I'm going to go into the next demo. So this is a Edge browser where I have gone into a responsive screen to make it as a mobile specific browser, mobile specific view. Here you can see the Exchange Admin Center as part of how it will look in an iPad. I can change it to a Pixel 2, and you can see immediately the screen has changed, and the whole browser view or whole recommendation view along with the along with the personalized dashboard is being shown to you with recommendation, mail flow, all the things which we have seen. Now, same thing, if I want to now move into mailbox experience, I click on mailbox, and you can see all the mailbox which I've shown you is now being made available. If I click on the users, all the information is available for you in a very seamless manner. Similarly, if I go into, let's say, migration and create batch, and I'm going to create a migration batch, and you can see the wizard experience and the whole migration onboarding experience being made available. So you can do a click, 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 and you will be able to complete that. So it's a very simple mobile experience which we have built in. It's a work in progress. You will see more information on it coming out very soon as we make progress.
This is really great, Rahul, that people can now use Exchange Admin Center in mobile and be productive from anywhere. I think this is really going to help in day-to-day efficiency of our admins.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, because this is the real power we are providing to our admins in the current time, where they can work from any device and anywhere. And I am absolutely sure that I'm thrilled to present it to our customers, and they will be thrilled to start using it. So with that, I'm coming to the end of demos, which I want to showcase in the modern EAC. But I want to give some valid reasons. What are the reasons why a customer should move to modern EAC? What are the list of features beyond the parity experience which we have built? So if you see the screen, you will see a lot of green, and a lot of values in green. And those are the features which we have already added and which are made available for you to start using from today in your production environment. You can see the personalized dashboard, Cloud Shell, modern experiences, recoverable item, cross-tenant migration, automated G Suite, mail flow, and migration reports and mail flow recommendations. Those are already a part of the current experience which you can start playing. Beyond that, there are a bunch of features which we have planned for modern EAC, like search, which will be a top bar on top where you can search anything within the portal, dark mode, tenant switcher for dedicated admins, where they will have a list of tenants they are managing, and you can select from the drop down the tenant, and immediately that context will open up in the modern EAC. Mobile experience, we have already shown it to you, the experience. A very cool thing, which is an important one for all our customers. Mailbox insights is something we are working, like the mail flow insights. So you will have the insights and recommendation for mailbox also coming. Exchange Online monitoring is a area where we are working on to bring that experience in the modern EAC. And the important one for the hybrid customers who are in perpetual hybrid mode is to have a single pane of glass experience where they can work on, or they can manage both Exchange on-premises, Exchange online mailboxes together from one side. Good set of features which we are working on, and I'm thrilled to present all of them in front of you. So with that, I'm coming to the pretty much coming to the most important section, which you will have a question around what's next and where we land from a roadmap perspective. So we are currently in the public preview, and whatever features we have shown it to you is available for you. You can go to admin.exchange.microsoft.com to start trying the new experience. We have the opt-in experience available on the current Exchange Admin Center portal for you, where you can opt in and into the feature and have the new modern experience open there itself. We will have the general availability for this experience or the modern experience available somewhere around Q1 of 2021. We are now pretty much at parity. It is more modern, it is performant, and a lot of new valued features for our customers. So please try this portal. For now, all the existing and the modern Exchange Admin Center portal will be continued to running side by side without having any kind of a glitch. So business continuity will happen, and this will be something which customers are also looking forward to. So with that, I'm coming to the end of the first part of the experience, which is on the EAC. But let me now hand it over to Naveen, where he can walk us through on the new experiences which has been built on PowerShell, because that is very important from a reporting and bulk update perspective. So how we are making it secure and modern. So let's hand it over to Naveen. Over to you.
Thank you for walking us through all the progress we have made in Exchange Admin Center, Rahul. I think this is definitely going to help our IT admins. Now let's talk about what's progress we have made in Exchange Online PowerShell. So today we have two big announcements to make. One about the general availability of certificate-based authentication, and then a public preview for PowerShell core support. Before we deep dive, let us take a recap of what our previous Ignite announcement was about EXO v2 module. So EXO v2 module was a single module containing the 9 v2 commandlets along with older 700 plus remote PowerShell commandlets. It is available from PowerShell Gallery. Check out aka.ms/exov2-docs on how to install it. The new module had commandlets which were 8 to 10x faster, and external tests show that it was 15 to 20x faster than the remote PowerShell counterparts. And it had a few good features baked in, like auto connect off session, which will help you admins in long running scripts. And it uses modern auth in all the scenarios.
So Naveen, I think this is phenomenal. I think the numbers which is coming out around 250 million calls per month shows the kind of promise you have delivered, or people are very excited about it. I think phenomenal value for people. But one question which is coming to my mind is, what about basic auth on client side? You want to give some updates on that, please?
Thanks for that question, Rahul. It's very important to clarify because we have been getting a lot of queries because it's a bit confusing for our customers. So we need WinRM basic auth to be enabled on the client side. And that is because it is used to transport the OAuth token from client side to our server. Keep in mind that we never use basic authentication in this entire process. It is just to be turned on for transporting the token. So admins need not worry about that part because we are not using basic auth. We are using modern auth whenever you are using EXO v2 module. And like you said, more than 20,000 IT admins are using this v2 module on a daily and regular basis. And the commandlet calls have been phenomenal. And we are getting great feedbacks on a very frequent basis. So that summarizes the recap of EXO v2 module. Now let us talk about the big announcement, the general availability of certificate-based authentication. This feature has been in public preview for around a quarter, and it has been used by a lot of large enterprises, medium customers as well. And we have got good feedback around this. And we are addressing all of those on a regular basis. Right now, the feature is very stable, supports all the scenarios. Some of the pain points have been addressed. Now let us take a deep dive on what this feature is about. So the context is that last year we announced basic auth deprecation. Now with announcement of basic auth deprecation, IT admins didn't have a right way to support modern auth in their application or scripting scenarios, unattended scripting scenarios. That was a gap and we had to address it, and this feature is what it helps with. The key problem admins had is that they used to store credentials locally for automation, which is not a safe practice. Generally, we see that in any organization, when some new person joins, they generally take over some of the scripts and work from senior person. And with those scripts, generally the credentials can pass away, which is not a safe practice. The other way admins use is do unattended scripting is using service accounts. Now, service accounts are very similar to user accounts, but with application impersonation. Now, you can't enforce MFA if you are using it for unattended scripting. So those two problems were unaddressed. With this feature, we are going to address those two problems. Our recommendation for automating tasks, unattended scripts, background jobs in PowerShell is to use Connect Exchange Online commandlet, which is available in EXO v2 module, along with certificate parameters. Please note that this certificate parameter based authentication is available for tenant admin scenario only. For delegated management scenarios, we recommend using refresh tokens approach, where admins need to store refresh token in a secure Azure vault and they can access it at runtime. You can read more about it at arca.ms/exo-secure app. Coming back to Connect Exchange Online with certificate parameters, there are essentially three key things here. So this feature is very similar to how you use service account based authentication. There are two parts. One is we need to complete app only onboarding. Then the existing scripts need to be updated. Now, because we are using v2 module, you can also take the benefit of 9 new commandlets. Now let us take a look at the onboarding steps for this certificate-based authentication. In a regular scenario, admins register a service account, they attach, create a password, then they assign an admin role to that service account. If you map those three current practices to this new feature, we have an equivalent here that instead of registering a service account, you register an app. Instead of giving a password to that service account, you attach a certificate to this application. And the third part remains similar. You need to assign an admin role to app, like the way you do to service account. Basis the admin role assigned to this application, the commandlets will be available. Now, as you can see, there are only few roles, but this covers most of the scenarios. Global administrator, exchange admin, global reader, security admin, and help desk admin roles are available in this scenario. Custom roles are not available. Let us now take a look at the Azure AD app setup demo using Azure portal. So here we are at portal.azure.com, which is Azure AD portal. I'm at the home. You can go to manage Azure Active Directory. Remember, there were three steps: registering an application, attaching the certificate, then assigning the directory role. So in the Azure AD directory, there is something called app registrations in left navigation. You need to go there. Click new registration. Give any name to this application. This report is going to create a daily report of employee onboarding status, let's say. Now you just hit register. And that application has been created for you. Keep in mind the important thing, and we should copy here, the application ID, which will be used in the script. Once the application has been registered, now we'll go ahead and assign the right API permission. This is an additional step in this compared to service account. And this actually enables the application to access Exchange on your behalf. You go to API permissions. In the bottom, there is Exchange. In the application permissions, we need to go to Exchange and then give the exchange.manage as app API permission. For security purposes, this application is useless unless and until a global admin consents to all the API permissions. This is for the safety and security of Exchange environment. Once the permission has been granted, so step one is done, registering an app. Now, second step was attaching the certificate. So let's go to certificates and secrets. Now here you can upload any certificate. The certificate can be either self-signed certificate or SSL signed certificate, anything works. I have created a certificate. So here is my employee onboarding app certificate. I upload it, then I add it. And here you can see the thumbprint of the certificate. This can also be used for authentication. So with this, step 2 of this onboarding part is done. We have registered the app. We have attached the certificate. Now, till now, this app has access to Exchange, but we need to give proper admin role so that it can run commandlets on your behalf. So for that, we should go back to Azure Active Directory again. We need to go to roles and administrators. Say, for example, we want to give this global reader so that it can read any data. So we go to global reader and then add assignments and search for the application we created. Let's say this one, and we add. So now this application has got global reader role, and we are good to use this application. So with that, the 3 parts of our onboarding is done: registering the application, attaching the certificate, assigning the admin role. Now we'll talk about the second part in using certificate-based authentication, which is the script changes. So here we are talking about the script changes you need to do for using certificate-based authentication, essentially for automating admin tasks in PowerShell using modern authentication. So in any script, there are 3 parts. One is about capturing the credential. Then there is connecting to Exchange Online. Then there is the total business logic and calculations where we run Exchange PowerShell commandlets. If you look at the 3 parts, the last part is exactly same. We are not changing anything as part of this new experience. The first 2, where the credential is being captured and then the connection to Exchange Online is established, has some changes. And which is what, if you look at the right side of the table, this is the new experience. The left side of the table is the current experience. So instead of username and password, we need to give certificate file path as well as app ID. Remember when we created the application, there was an ID and we copied from Azure portal. That's the ID we need to pass here. Certificate file path is the path of the public key of the certificate file, .pfx file. And then there is tenant domain, which we need to give. Note that it is not the tenant ID, it is the domain. So that is the change we need to do in the credential capture part. And then we have connecting to Exchange Online part, where instead of using new PS session, we need to use connect Exchange Online. This is available in the EXOV2 commandlet. There we have exposed 3 new parameters: certificate file path, app ID, and organization. The above parameters need to be passed, and once you do that, session will be established and everything will work as is. Now let us take a look at the demo and see it in action. So we have this script, sample PowerShell script, where we are running connect Exchange Online with all the 3 parameters as we discussed: certificate file path, app ID, and organization. Let us quickly run through it in a PowerShell terminal. The same script I'm running. And while it is running, let's take a quick look at what we are doing here. Certificate file path is being passed, app ID is being passed, and the domain of the tenant is being passed. And at the end, we are running a commandlet to show that actually it is working. We do get mailbox and pipe it with get mailbox statistics and fetch these 2 properties. Now let's take a look. Yeah, the session has been established. And we now have the display name and last logon time in a formatted table for as a part result of this command. You can see this in action. Let us take a quick look at get recipient commandlet as well. Yeah, so it is working.
Naveen, this is fantastic. I can see that you are able to execute everything without putting your password in. So the question I have is, like, you have executed the experience with all the V1 commandlets. I want to see the experience running with our new V2 commandlets, which are much more performant. So how do I do that today?
Thanks, Rahul. Great question. In the certificate-based authentication, we have ensured that the new commandlets are also available. The way to change it, use it is very simple. For the new commandlets, just replace it with the EXO as a prefix before the commandlet verbs. So let us change it and let us run it here. So what we did is just change from get mailbox to get EXO mailbox, get mailbox statistics to get EXO mailbox statistics. Now the commandlet is running. But as you can see, display name is there, but last logon time is not there. And that's a very important concept here we need to know. With the V2 commandlets, these are performant and faster 8 to 10x times better because we are not returning all the hundreds of properties which each and every commandlet returns. We are returning a specific set of properties for the scenario. So for this scenario, we need last logon time as well, right? Which is not coming. The default set only contains display name. So we need to pass an additional parameter, properties, and then last logon time. So once we pass this property also start coming. Let's take a look. Yeah, now we can see that last logon time is also coming after we pass the last logon time properties in the get EXO mailbox statistics commandlet. So we can see that how fast it is. So even with certificate-based authentication, we can use the new commandlets, V2 commandlets as well. Now let's talk about our second announcement for today, which is public preview of Linux and PowerShell core support. This has been a very long pending ask, and a lot of admins have been asking for this feature for quite some time. Today, EXO-V2 module used to support only PowerShell 5.1 or the earlier versions. From now onwards, with this preview, we are supporting PowerShell Core, which is PowerShell version 7 plus. This allows you to manage Exchange Online using Linux devices. So what's new there? So instead of using Windows login forms in Linux, we have browser-based authentication. So whenever we run Connect Exchange Online in Linux devices or in PowerShell Core, the browser opens up where we need to enter the password and then it will authenticate. But the older experiences of passing credentials using credential parameter also stays the same. And we also have certificate-based authentication available in this preview as well. So we can use certificate-based authentication in Azure VMs and Azure functions to automate a bunch of tasks in a remotely deployed cloud application. You can read more about it at arca.ms/exov2-ps core.
So Naveen, this is great, but how as a customer I can participate in the preview since you are calling it as a public preview or you are starting a preview. So if I want to participate, how can I do that?
Great question, Rahul. So as part of our documentation, we have mentioned there how to use the new feature in the EXO-V2 module. There are a set of installation instructions for the preview version, and using that, we can use this feature. So with that, we come to the way forward for Exchange Online PowerShell. Today, we have three different methods of connecting to Exchange Online: new PS session, connect EXO PS session, and connect Exchange Online. Few people, our admins may be thinking what is the right way to use in what scenario. So we'll clarify that today. New PS session is less secure. It uses basic authentication in all scenarios, and it is not suitable for long running scripts, and it will be planned for deprecation. These are the remote partial commandlets with new PS session. Then we have Connect TXO PS session, which is available from Exchange Admin Center. It uses modern authentication, but it is not suitable for automation or for bulk retrieval scenarios. We are planning to deprecate in Q1 of next year. This is called an AXO MFA partial module, which will be deprecated. And which leads us to the final solution, and the recommended one is Connect Exchange Online for all scenarios. It has 9 new commandlets, auto connects the session, uses modern auth, it's suitable for automation, and it is our supported long-term stable release. So the way forward in driving security together is we should use Connect Exchange Online in all EXO management scenarios. So with that, the key takeaway for Exchange Online Partial is that we have 2 new features announced: GA of certificate-based authentication, public preview of Linux partial core support, and the product team recommends you to use Connect Exchange Online in all the management scenarios.
Thank you, Naveen, for this great session on the PowerShell commandlets. So now we are coming to the end of the session. So we have talked about 2 major things today. One is on the modern EAC, where the new portal is very modern. It is feature rate, much performant than the current experience. We have also given an opt-in experience for all our customers to start using the modern experience from the existing EAC. There's been a lot of progress which the product group has made with respect to adding features, not only the parity, but also new value-added features, which we have demoed today, where you can see personalized dashboard, recommendations, and mobile experience. All this thing combined package is right now available for you, which we want you to start trying and give us your continuous feedback. The GA or the general availability of this product is or this portal is planned somewhere around Q1 2021. Beyond that, we also talked about some major announcement on the Exchange PowerShell commandlets. The V2 GA was done earlier, but today we are calling the GA of certificate-based authentication for scripting in EXO V2 module. You have details available in the session. And then also we are calling the preview for supporting the PowerShell core as part of the V2 module. So this combined package is something which we have worked together, and we are very excited for our customers to start trying it. So what we want is please go try, explore, and give us your feedback and embark on this journey along with us. Thank you for watching the session. Have a good day.